and the metal had scratches down one side. But it was a Makarov, loaded just as I'd requested. I didn't open my wallet to pay. It wasn't as if he needed the money. I took a final look at the body to see if there were any indications of what had killed him. That was when I spotted it, a small puncture mark on his neck, bruised as if someone untrained had jabbed him with a syringe. If he'd been drugged, that would explain why there had been no noise. I guessed toxicology reports would confirm that, although I wouldn't be around to read them. I dropped the gun into my pocket. I wasn't going to call the police, leave an anonymous tip. The hot weather would make the body's presence known soon enough. I took the stairs rather than the lift, a rule I do my best to always keep. Stairs give you a couple of options. Lifts give you none. And if there's somebody with a gun or a knife, they're ready and waiting for you when the lift doors open. I used my shoulder to push open the bar on the fire escape door, strolled out into the night, hands in my pockets. Another rule: people notice you if you're furtive, so pretend you haven't a care in the world. I walked on for about half an hour, turning left or right at random, until I came to the creek, where I sat down and watched the wooden boats moored up 4 deep. The sluggish black seawater lapped and spat against the stonework. The slight breeze smelled of curry and salt and petrol fumes. In the distance, on the other side of the water, the towers of the city sparkled and shone. My shirt was soaked with sweat, my hair plastered to my forehead. Even a Bishkek summer is never this hot, and I felt blistered, worn, as well as jet-lagged after the cramped 4-hour flight. I wondered whether I should simply return home. Knew it wasn't an option. If I failed, the man who'd sent me here would pour never-ending shit on my head. Since I'd left the police force, I was now officially little people, which meant I was powerless against state bureaucracy, let alone a vendetta from a government minister. For only the 400th time, I debated whether resigning had been the right move, whether I should have stayed where I was, doing what I did best, solving murders, catching killers. I lit a cigarette, stubbed it out. Adding to the hot air already filling my lungs wasn't a great idea. The thought of a cold beer was appealing, but I'd given up alcohol completely after my wife Chinara's death the previous year. From somewhere behind me, the midnight call to prayer sang out from the minaret of a nearby mosque. All my life I've heard the adham. Though I'm not a Muslim, I've always found it a haunting sound, especially at night. So I listened as the muezzin's voice spilt like honey out over the water and merged with the whisper of tides, the creak of wooden boats. I waited until the final notes faded away, turned to walk back to my hotel. I needed to think about the mess I was in up to my neck, and what I was going to do about it. Alone, uncertain, in a city so alien I might as well have been on another planet. I was in Dubai. Chapter 2. A week earlier, late one evening, I'd been summoned to meet my old nemesis, the Kyrgyz Minister for State Security, Mikhail Tinalyev. We had a curious relationship, considering most people who challenge Tinalyev end up regretting it, often from inside a shroud. Initially, I'd done him a service, finding the man who'd organized the butchering of Tinalyev's daughter, Yekaterina. The minister had taken on the role of judge and jury, and no one ever uncovered the body. Then I did him a disservice by ignoring his orders and killing Morton Graves, a connected foreign businessman, pedophile, and murderer. So I wasn't at all certain I wasn't going to end up in Bishkek.